Hello, this is my tutorial on how to use the Node.js Express middleware known as Multer. So what is Multer? Well, Multer is a middleware for handling multi-part form data in Node.js, which is commonly used for uploading files. It is primarily used to handle HTTP requests that contain files, such as images, audio, and video. In other words, Multer allows you to handle files uploaded via HTTP requests and store them on a server. It can also be used to validate the type, size, and format of uploaded files and to customize the storage location and file name of the uploaded files. Multer is commonly used in web applications that require file uploading functionality, such as social media sites, e-commerce sites, content management sites, as well as social media sites. It is a popular choice for Node.js developers due to its ease of use, flexibility, and robust features. So I'm going to take you through getting started with setting up your Express environment, what you'll need to use Multer, how you'll upload files, specifically images in this tutorial, error checking, and finally some finishing touches and important information I think you should know. So to set up our environment, we'll first need Express. You can do this easily by doing npm install Express in your terminal. Another optional thing you can do is npm install Express generator, then run express e. That will install your Express environment with EGS templates, which is what I did in my tutorial. And you will also need to npm install Multer. Now that we have the Express environment set up, we can start working on the code that will allow us to upload images onto our server. The first part of code requires us to import Multer into our app.js. We do this by typing in const multer equals require Multer. We will also need the file sharing import, which is const fs equals require fs. We will also need a const upload variable, as seen below, as well as a const uploads directory for our uploaded files. Now, we also want to add in our app.js this bit of code that will make our uploads directory for us, which we will need to use Multer. Now to set up our router for index.js. Index is actually where we will be uploading our image and displaying it. So our index.js will look like this, the bare bones of it at least. We will import Multer. We will have the upload variable. Then we will use router.get to render the index. And this part's really important. We must set the file to null. If we don't set up to null, we will get an error because before we upload the file variable in our index.ejs will throw an error. So it's important that we set that to null, as well as our router.post option, which will upload the file underneath that. So this is the bare bones of our index.ejs. Up top, we have the if file condition. This is the condition that will throw an error if your file is not set to null. And underneath that, we have the source of the file, which will be the image itself, the file name, as well as the file size. There will also be an option for you to choose a file from your computer to upload, as well as the upload button. And the final step for our bare bones file uploading demo is, again, setting up Multer and file system upload and upload directory in our app.js. And to actually view the image that we uploaded, you want to copy and paste this snippet on the right, the app.use that points to the static path. And after that, you'll be able to upload images. Now, let's work on some filtering. So, as you can see here, we added a file filter function to the Multer middleware, which checks the MIME type of the uploaded file. The file filter function allows only image files with the extensions JPEG, JPEG, or PNG, or GIF. If the uploaded file is not an image file, the file filter function returns an error, which will prevent the file from being uploaded. And by validating the file type, we can prevent users from uploading harmful content to our server. However, we have to keep in mind that this is not foolproof and stuff can always come through, and we'll talk about that later. Or I guess we'll actually talk about that now. For moderation, we can use Microsoft Azure Content Moderator API. This will actually prevent users, well, It'll do its best to prevent users from uploading inappropriate images using image recognition and filtering software. And so this API provides a set of image moderation services that can be integrated into our application. The Content Moderator API can analyze images to detect and moderate potentially offensive content such as adult content, violence, drugs, and more. To use this Content Moderator API, you will need to sign up for a Microsoft Azure account and create a Content Moderator resource. You can then use the API to moderate images in your application by sending the image files to the API for analysis. And here's an example how we can integrate the Content Moderator API into our application to moderate images. I'm not actually going to do that in my demo, but I want to show you the snippet of the code. So this is the first part. You have a const endpoint, and you use a subscription key. And your code will look like this. This is where your moderator API will make sure the image is safe. If it's not safe, it will delete the uploaded file. So let's now demo the code. As you can see, I added everything I talked about, Multer and FS. We have our uploads and uploads directory right here. This part of the code will create the directory to make sure that we add this code so we can view the images that we actually upload. And let's look at our index.js. This is the API content from Microsoft that I commented out because I'm not going to test that. But this is what our index.js looks like and our index.ejs. I did style it a bit more with Bootstrap just so it looks nicer when we demo it, but don't worry about that. Alrighty, well, this is our server. We have the choose file button and the upload file. Let's choose a file. We have some frogs and a script. Okay, well, let's choose this frog, open it up. Frog1.jfif is the name of the file. Apparently jfif will work, even though it's not a PNG or JPEG or GIF. I guess it still counts as one. We try to upload the file, boom. Another frog, open it up, and again, frog2.jfif, file size, about 8,000 bytes. Now let's try to upload our script. This script is not an image, so it should throw an error. Awesome, only image files are allowed, so that's working. Now let's try something real quick. Let's go to our index.js and change the file size to 10 bytes. So now we should not be able to, we should not be able to upload our frog image. Let's try. And this is this frog, open. Let's should throw an error. Awesome, file size too large. So you can see it's working correctly. That's the overall gist on how to use Multer, which is a very awesome framework for uploading files using the Express framework in Node.js. I would highly recommend it. Thank you for watching.